Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today is another crazy day of crypto news. We got a lot of it and some important stuff too, but make sure you take a good seat so I can show you guys this tweet. And I'm a lyrical blacksmith. So if Ripple with community does this burning of escrow XRP to rocket up well over $1,000 per unit, I didn't know how to read this one properly, so that's the way I did it, and it kind of brought me to the idea of what would really happen if they were to burn 50 billion XRP. Now, theoretically speaking, the price should instantly double, as well the whole supply that's out there is now gone half, right? So I mean, theoretically speaking, if there's half of the amount of coins, that would have double the value. However, there's two things kind of missing. One, the circulating supply would not really change. And second of all, there would be no further innovation to XRP. So they could not really use it, nor could they really do anything with that. So from that perspective, it's not really a positive thing if it were to be cut. And no, it would not go to $1,000 instantly. I don't really get where exactly that idea would come from. However, again, it would at least double, and it would be kind of cool for a day or so. But ultimately, the utility would be gone. And yeah, we could say Flare and stuff like that can build, but I would not like it personally, alright? But before we go on here, make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below, because guys, we are giving away 100 XRP every time a video hits 1,000 likes within 24 hours. So make sure you press that like button, and let's move on, alright? Let's show it once more. One of the coolest comments that I saw right here is actually one that I don't like too much, but it's an interesting one to consider as well, right? If Ripple was to be made to burn their XRP, I think they would just create a new stablecoin for banks and financial institutions to use and would be left with a worthless coin. Now, they won't. They would definitely not create a stablecoin because those rules, like we saw in the Stable Act just now, would definitely not allow for that, and it would be a very, very dumb idea to create one of those. However, I do think they would have to look for some either new solution, or we would just be left with a kind of a worthless ideal in that sense. Like, we would be so hyped about XRP, but they couldn't do OTC, they couldn't do XRP ecosystem changes, and ultimately it would be kind of bad. And also, if it really did burn all of it, how much would it do to the price? And that's one thing I'm also wondering, because Crypto Steve here pointed out that Stellar burned a ton of XLM before, yet it didn't really do that much for the price in the end, right? They burned a ton, and not really that much happened. Now, Stellar, of course, is a little bit different from XRP, as the supply is something we can kind of debate upon, since they have a lot more control in a certain sense, and, supply is not as locked up as it is with XRP, but still, right, it might not even be that good of an idea. Even if we wanted it, I still think nobody should actually vote for that, all right? I think it would be a very bad thing, but it's possible though, and that's the good part, all right? It means that we, as XRP community, have the control over all that money. I saw a lot of you guys say, hey, you know what, let's just agree to send it to me. And me being you, because you guys said it. I think that would also be a bad idea because, well, what are you going to do with that, right? It's actually pretty difficult, I think, to run a multi-billion-dollar company like Ripple does. And all of a sudden, you have all that power and all that pressure. And the only thing I think you can do is just be like, yo, I'm going to move out. But if you decide to sell, it'll be a major sale, a major flaw. And I think XRP would just instantly drop to zero. So, you'd have a lot of XRP, but you have no money still, because I think it would instantly drop to zero if you decided to sell any at all, right? Unless you do it after a couple of years, maybe. But I just thought about that. Bloomberg analyst says Bitcoin at 50K as total crypto market cap to grow to $1 trillion in 2021. I'm actually quite convinced that $1 trillion is just a start. I've told you guys this before. I think $1 trillion is just a start for Bitcoin, but even just a start for XRP. So right now, I think XRP would have to go times 40, or how much is XRP market cap right now? 26? Yeah, so it'd have to go times 40 to get to 1 trillion, which I still think is just a small feat. And for Bitcoin, it had to go times 3 to get there. Once more, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I kind of personally feel as if it's all going to be happening rather soon. Brett Garlinghouse and Ripple has already indicated that 2021 is going to be their year. Now, how trusted can that be? Not that much, because they also said that about 2019. However, the idea that they're innovating and that everything is kind of coming closer right now, crypto regulation is coming around the corner, and hopefully some better XRP regulations are coming. I mean, I gotta be positive about the situation, right? I can't keep thinking so negatively, because these guys are not eating out of their nose either. It's not like they're sitting still and just waiting for everything to come on forward. of course they're going on and acting heavily on their own. So once more, just to kind of conclude my point here, I think $1 trillion is a starting point, and many other billionaires agree with me on that point. A lot of you guys have been commenting it down below as well, but I like mostly the billionaires for saying it though. Also, guys, check out the Discord. There's a link below. You guys could just read in here and talk in here. It's pretty cool. By the way, if you're already in there, I just posted a new NSFW section for if you want to go for some crazy conspiracy theories and whatnot. Because, not everybody likes that, I guess. So, again, check out the Discord link in the description below. It's a pretty cool chat. It's pretty damn active now as well. But once more, just check it out. And if you want some crazy stuff to say, just go to that other tab. Not that many rules over there. Then... oh my god. Okay, let me block the ad blocker. There's 59 ads in this small section, right? Damn. Millennials love Bitcoin and Millennials love Bitcoin, and now the baby boomers are joining in too. So I actually wanted to disregard the whole article because I was just wanting to say that the title was very dumb. And what they wrote here is, there's been a generational change in thinking from purchasing virtual goods like Fortnite skins to investing in a cryptocurrency. This is once more not making the difference between millennials, who are right now age 30 and above, I think, or how old are millennials? And freaking 10-year-olds who are buying Fortnite skins, because, it's not like... I don't even get the comparison that James Moore was trying to make here, unless he thinks that every freaking 35-year-old man is buying Fortnite skins. But I don't really think. Millennials age. It's, I think, okay, so it's 24 to 39 years old, right? 24 to 39. I kind of feel as if, that's Gen Y even. Okay, you guys need to put it down below. What is a millennial? Or what age group? I don't know. I don't really care personally, but you guys need to let me know. I've just looked up Kasasa, but here it says the wrong things. It says here between 1981 and 1996, so between 23 and 38 is considered a millennial. Maybe it is, right? Maybe it is. The point is, though, again, I think that's already a little bit too old for buying Fortnite skins on heavy. Some will be doing it, yeah, but some boomers, in his sense, are also buying crypto, so that's an analogy that doesn't work. The thing is, though, I do think older people generally are getting more heavily into crypto as the legitimacy has been increased. But I also think that has to do something with, general finance, where the older you get, the more security you are seeking, right? The safer you want to invest. I believe in the intelligent investor. They also say you should have your age in bonds in terms of percentages. Now, of course, that whole idea has changed a little bit with these years, but the point is still kind of clear that the older you get, the safer you must invest your money. And the S&P, the thing is with that, it can have a downfall for the next couple of years, and you may not be able to afford that if you're already so old. And the same thing for crypto. If you're already 80, for example, you don't want to put 95% of your money in crypto because it could be gone for the next 5 years. Who knows, right? It could be really, really low for the next 5 years, and you might not be able to afford that, or you might not want that. You'd want security and more liquid in the sense of, stable money that you could just easily get in and out without much hassle, without your money being down for the next couple of years, being sort of illiquid because it's tied up in a deteriorating asset, or at least an asset that's slower at this point. So the idea remains clear and is true, and we're seeing that en masse happening right now in hordes where a lot of older generation people are buying in heavily. But as I said before, I think that has to do with the fact that right now the regulations are coming and it's just generally getting cleared up a lot better. All right, one of the good examples is from the $7 trillion BlackRock. That's the name exactly that I was looking for. He has right now changed his mind over the last 3 years from Bitcoin being used for, those illegal things to really being quite a legitimate space and growing and growing and growing and being a threat to the US dollar even. That's a pretty radical change of mind, and he's a pretty old guy, a pretty old fellow. I don't know how old he is. Maybe he's like 70 or so. BlackRock. Is it a CEO even that said that? Okay, because the CEO is not that old. I thought it was somebody else. BlackRock, crypto. Maybe it's like I don't know exactly who said it now. Oh, no, it was the CEO. He's not actually that old. Larry Fink, right? Okay, yeah, my bad. He's actually only from 1952. He's only, he's 68. Yeah, I mean, he's not that old. 68, I don't think that's that old. However, it's on par with what I was trying to say, right? I think the idea is clear here. He's also changed his mind. He's a little bit older than, I guess, your average millennial. Maybe like twice or three times the age. You guys get what I'm trying to say, right? So the point there is, once more, they are changing, and it's happening really, really fast. And right now, However, it's still the younger generation has less to lose in that sense with cryptocurrency. And also, of course, it's depending on, again, how old you are as a viewer right now. I guess if you're like 34 and under, maybe, that's specific. Okay, let's say 43 and under. Your age is still with computers as well a little bit, right? You might say, okay, 15 years when computers really, no, 20 years when computers really started to get into it a little bit, you were 20 something, so you'd already grown out of it a little bit. No, I don't think so. I think, if I don't know what happened there, but my mic had a stutter, I think, because I heard it in my headset. If you're, I guess, like 40 minus, let's say, then you were 20, in the 2000s, so that's going to be exactly fine. You really grew into new computers as well. But if you're, let's say, for example, 65 right now, or maybe even older than that, I think getting into computers is a lot harder. And if you're 30 or even 25 right now, it's a lot easier, of course, because computers are all around you. I'm just saying that it's a lot more logical for them to trust in such a complete digital currency. However, another thing that I would like to add there is that if you are, let's say, 30 and under, the big crises or things like that people witnessed in about 2008 and stuff like that, they were most likely a lot less heavy for people that were, again, are right now 30. That's, again, about 12 years ago. So we're about 18, 17 maybe. Than people who were already, like, let's say, 30 at that point, right? Because you already have a life built up. And if a crisis comes, then you're really hit and you learn about the consequences of crisis and that. And if you're a little bit younger, you don't really learn about it in the real sense. You just hear about it. And from that perspective, you don't really feel it as much either, right? Because things in the last 10 years have been good, except for, I guess, earlier this year in March. But they've just been growing and growing and growing. So you're not really used to the idea anymore that things can go bad and that you shouldn't really trust every new system because, well, you can lose all your money in just a split of an eye, right? So, yeah, maybe that's a little bit too much of a monologue, but that's my thoughts about the situation. Bitcoin's growing value will make it more attractive to bad actors in 2021, Kaspersky said. Bitcoin's growing value combined with depreciating fiat currencies will make Bitcoin a target for malicious actors in 2021, and I kind of agree with that, but I also kind of disagree. So the reason I agree is because, well, theoretically speaking, if Bitcoin is worth more, right, it's actually a lot simpler for these guys to move all the money with that because there's more money going around in it, so it's a lot less easy to spot this bad actor. Another one, of course, has to do with his second or his actual argument, which is depreciating fiat. If fiat appreciates and these guys are working with this stuff anyway, then it's a lot better to just keep using crypto rather than switch it over to fiat. On the contrary, two main reasons why he's not right or why I disagree is, first of all, he's from a cybersecurity company, so he's going to obviously say that, yeah, it's going to be getting bigger, so make sure you prepare yourself, make sure you do everything carefully, and then make sure you get yourself cybersecurity from Kaspersky, whatever the freaking name is. And another one is because I just kind of feel like the more we are regulating this type of stuff, the harder it's going to be to get away with that. If self-custodied wallets become a thing where they have to be proven, it's kind of be gone, at least for people in the U.S. Right here in Europe, you can still do that the little shady stuff, but in the U.S. it's going to be very difficult to pull through with that without getting caught. All right, then Chainlink addresses holding 1,000+ link increased by 445% in 1 month. It's not really that important to a certain degree because, well, I mean, it could have just been one guy doing it. But the idea that they're going in heavy, and that people are buying in more, I just found it a cool idea. I just like to see it. I just got happy with that as a link holder. I don't hold that much link, but I do hold some, and I got excited by it. I wanted to share. Then, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said, I am waiting to see what dynamics change associated with the Biden administration. I'm optimistic that will actually improve where things are, or where things sit for the XRP community broadly. I think about this two ways. One, I think that Biden may come with a more negative tax in general, but actually a better taxation plan for crypto. That could be. All right, I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe. And the second part is, maybe through a Biden administration, crypto regulation will come earlier and a proper regulation for Ripple that they would like. That's why they're positive. I don't blame them. Prominent altcoin trader highlights 2021 prospective cryptos but will not invest in XRP. It's kind of funny that they put in a Ripple logo then there. Why would you do that? The euphoria in the crypto industry, yada, 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 yada. There was one analyst, Arnold. That's a nice name to say 50 times in a row. Arnold. Oh, maybe it's Aaron. Aaron Arnold, that name becomes not that funny, made the clarification on Twitter, stating that as we expect mammoth growth for crypto following this year, Bitcoin is his number one choice, as for most people right now. I mean, in the short term, Bitcoin usually gains more than others after, again, altcoins follow up. However, he does not have an investment or hopes to invest in XRP, even though he thinks crypto and a couple of altcoins, specifically, will do very, very good in 2021. Now, again, because he said that, I was already biased because I don't agree with him on a personal level. So reading through this whole article and reading whatever he's thinking, I really could not do. Right? He doesn't personally invest in XRP. He did not state if he would have interest in the future, but he explained that the team behind the crypto and its support company Ripple are working really hard to make XRP ledger technology a crucial component of the central bank digital currency, which many countries are hoping to launch soon. So with that idea in mind, how could you not be excited for it then? Although Aaron does not have an investment in XRP, the trader still thinks the remittance-oriented crypto has some potential for 2021, ranking XRP as the 6th potential coin to look out for. So I guess he's just, out of options or something like that, where he has like maybe a budget and he's like, oh damn, I spent all my money on these 5 coins. Let me just quit then buying more, because if you're that positive, why would you not have it then? I don't get that. But hey, everybody has their own ideas, and if they're dumb, they're dumb. All right, and that's what I personally think about this thing. If you're so bullish about it, why would you not buy it? That makes no sense at all to me. Tron's daily active TRX wallets hit all-time highs in November. And you guys know, I used to be a very big Tron bull, right? But that kind of went away a little bit, mostly because Justin Sun kept going for announcement after announcement after announcement. I tried talking to one of the team members about a couple of things, but the Tron team is so freaking weird. Every time I had contact with them, they were to ask me something, right? They were just like asking, for example, hey, can you give us your opinion on this, or can you help us out with this? I'd be like, yeah, sure. What about it, or something like that. And then they air me after, I don't know, like three back and forwards. I got them so often. I think I got it like 4 or 5 times, and I find it often that they contacted me for a certain request. And then a little while later, like, well, yeah, we don't. They actually don't even say that. They don't say we don't need you. They just quit completely. I'm just trying to look here through my conversations exactly a good example of what I'm trying to say, and I cannot find it. But yeah, I've had it a couple of times before. They just contact me for something, and then they air me after a while. I'm like, well, don't contact me then if you don't want to go through what your plan was. And sometimes they don't even get the plan. Sometimes they just say, hey, we saw you made a video about Tron. And then I say, okay, yeah, so what now? And they're saying, well, we have another new project coming up soon. I'm like, okay, so what's the point? Boom, I get aired. Like, whoa, did you just want to point out that I made a video that I already knew? Well, what was the point? I thought maybe they wanted me to talk about it more. They wanted to pay me for it, right? Which would be crazy because I don't know if these projects really do that. I know some very small cap may do it, but I didn't think a top, 50 coin even would go about promoting in that sense, except for maybe like something like crypto.com, which has a platform attached, right? But for example, I don't know if XRP or Ripple has ever paid people to promote them. I've personally never seen it before, but if it's a thing, hook your boy up, all right? Because if I can get paid for talking about it, I would be the quickest sell instantly. I would sell you guys out for that one. I would talk about XRP like I do right now, but I would at least get paid for it, right? That would be a pretty cool thing. Same for other projects in this list here. I don't know about it, right? I do know that they contact people, some of them, right? For example, I think crypto.com does promotions. I've never had them before. I've never talked to them before, but they do. And I guess maybe like things like DeFi also are more eager to go through with stuff like that. However, again, if you guys see it, link your boy, all right? If you can, do that. It will be pretty damn cool. MicroStrategy buys additional $50 million in Bitcoin. The point is just, guys, these institutions are not backing down, all right? Period. Even if you see prices going down, these institutions are not backing down. Period. So even if you think, oh, my investment has gone down a little bit in money, I'm down. Don't care. Don't matter. Longer term, think about it. Wait. Longer term, think about it. If you're thinking about selling, think about it once more. All right. Use the DSTBC tracking out sheet, or what's it called? Cashing out plan or tracking sheet. Use it. Put all your buys in there and all your sales, and then talk about it again. All right. Don't instantly sell if you're not sure what you want to do. Right? If you don't have a determined plan, don't go about it. Please, guys, you're going to lose yourself a lot of money. And this is not financial advice. This is personal advice from me to you as a random guy on the internet. This is not legal or financial advice officially. I'm not a financial advisor, and it's not meant to be that way. I just thought it would be a pretty good idea to make sure you know exactly where you're buying and selling at, and not doing things on the go, because that's a very bad aspect for traders, a very bad thing to do. But yeah, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.